Manuel's got an invoice too. Good morning. Good morning. Merry Christmas. It's 9 o'clock, December 22nd, 2022, and our regular Commissioners Court meeting is now in session. Our first item on the agenda is roll call by our county clerk, Mary Jane.
Good morning, Judge Commissioners.
Yes.
That's okay.
You've got a long day,
Today's my
Mary Jane.
anniversary. Don't skip it, because today's a big day. Today's my 33rd anniversary, so I have to
Do
use
you
it.
write your own name on your checks?
Yes. Okay. Judge Rasmo,
Present.
Commissioner Mendoza,
President.
Commissioner Elizondo,
President.
Commissioner Solis,
Present.
and Commissioner Garza.
President.
We have a
Thank you, Mary Jane. Next item is our invocation by Dr. Roger Miller, Commissioners Court Chaplain. Dr. Miller, good morning.
Good morning. It's very important for us to be here this morning. So
Yes, sir.
bow your heads with me, and we'll pray. Our Father, giver of all good things, as we approach the day of commemoration of your Son's birth, we thank you for the gifts that we have received through him. We thank you for hope, which forever prepares us for the task ahead. We thank you for peace, which is granted even in the midst of unrest, for joy, which blossoms even though sadness and despair attempt to define our circumstances. And we thank you for love, which encourages us to regard others more highly. So we approach today, Father, in this assembly, believing that as we trust in your provision for our greatest needs in this county and in our lives, these will be met. We ask for a special enabling for our leaders to govern the people of this county. May our leaders administer with justice and also mercy, with strength and also compassion, and boldness and also humility, and with an understanding of the past, which will provide a new vision for our future. Bless our judge and commissioners as they realize from where their strength comes. And in the name of the one who has come, and the one who is coming again, in Christ's name we pray this today. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Dr. Miller, for one more year. Seems like for all your very kind words and very thoughtful words.
I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you so much. Seems like another year has gone by, and seems like only yesterday we were here talking about bringing in 22, now we're bringing in 23. So some of us have gotten a lot older while we've been here, but I think overall it's just been a very promising year, and I think good things are ahead of us. Good things are ahead of the county.
And this is my last Commissioners Court meeting, and Commissioner Garza.
Yeah.
And in my behalf, I just want to thank everyone. Thank you, Judge. Thank the Commissioners, Monica, everyone, Mary Jane, Nelly, Pastor, everyone, I just enjoyed working with you guys.
I think you do, Commissioner.
It's been a really good year, 8 years. Sheriff's Office, Memito, I just can't finish, naming everyone. Fire Department. I don't know, I'm just feeling overwhelmed.
Yes, I know, but
I'm gonna miss sitting up here and being part of the Commissioners Court, but I know you guys are gonna do a great job. I'm gonna continue serving the community, thanks to everyone. So I'll be active. Because all I can say is thank you, and it's been a pleasure working with all of you, and I'm gonna be here for whatever y'all need.
thank you, Commissioner, very well.
Commissioner Garza, it's been an honor working with you.
Exactly, that's what I was gonna say, Commissioner. It was a pleasure working with you all as commissioner, judges, elected officials, and I've been here a long time, and I think it's time to step out. And I know the ones that are coming in, they will do a great job, plus the court, and it was a pleasure working with all elected officials. And whatever y'all need, I'll be on the side. Call me if I can help you. I'm here. Thank you for everyone.
Thank you, Commissioner. Very well, yes. Yes, well, as Commissioner mentioned, we'll have 2 incoming commissioners, and we look forward to continuing the work that has to be done for our community and our county. Certainly, the county keeps moving forward, and certainly we appreciate all the service that y'all have provided, commissioners. And I think your service will continue in your new role as judge, JP of Precinct 2, and we look forward to helping you, Judge, in that respect.
Judge.
And,
Looking forward to continue working with you guys.
so, very well. Other communications, I've got, just a list, I think, the top of everybody's mind is the weather, that weather that's gonna turn for the colder, I guess, tonight. You know, Danny has been working hard, our fire chief, on establishing a warming center for those individuals that may need shelter for the nights. I think, you know, I guess we have something to compare to 2 years ago or 2021 when it was certainly something that very few of us had ever experienced, and it's not going to be comparable to that, you know, thank goodness, but it is going to be cold. We're going to have some very cold nights, but hopefully the lights will stay on. I think that's what it's on everybody's mind. But that warming center will be there. I think, Danny, you've made arrangements. If you want to
Yes.
address the court.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners.
Good
Yes,
morning.
we did set up the community center to be on standby for.
The pavilion?
I'm sorry, the pavilion.
The
Yes, I'm sorry,
pavilion.
the pavilion. To be on standby, we have 20 cots set up for the warming shelter. And like I mentioned, it's going to be on a standby mode right now, in case need be that that first family or that first person seeks refuge there, then it will be considered actively open. But as of now, it's going to be on standby with 20 cots readily available. American Red Cross, I went yesterday and picked up 60 blankets. So we already have another like 35 cots on standby as well, just to take them if need be. But like the judge mentioned, it will be cold. It shouldn't be like Winter Storm Uri, but nevertheless, we should still be prepared for this. I also contacted Mr. Tony Absent from AEP to give him the list of addresses of critical infrastructure in case they were to be controlled rollouts. If there's unpredicted or unplanned blackouts, that's a different story, but they try and do the controlled rollouts, but we give them a list of critical infrastructures, which would be in our case like the nursing home, the dialysis center, and the pavilion area, in case they were to do controlled rollouts to avoid those areas, since it will be designated as a warming shelter.
Very well, that's good, yes.
So that's what we did in preparations as far as this winter weather that we will be getting. We are going over 2 different models. They are almost the same. They differ very little, but one of the models that TDM has been using and the SOC, which is the State Operations Center, their models have issued 2 warnings: a freeze warning and it was a freeze warning,
advisory or?
a hard freeze warning, and a wind chill warning.
Right, yes.
Those are the ones that TDM, and then on the other model that we've been looking at, the degrees do vary about 6 to 8 degrees. One says the lowest for Thursday tonight and Friday morning is gonna be at the lowest to 30 degrees, and the TDM model saying mid-20s.
That's
So-
what the models are saying,
Yes.
mid-20s, so, I guess that first night, which is tonight,
Which is gonna
or
be
Friday
tonight.
morning,
Friday morning.
there'll be some wind, but certainly no moisture is predicted
No.
with this weather, so it'll be a wind event and a cold wind event.
Cold wind event. We are expected to have, winds should arrive tonight around 8 p.m. of upwards of 20 to 30, and with wind gusts of up to 40, 45 in some areas. But it's a vast majority of area that they're predicting, so hopefully we don't get the bad winds, but we
Yes.
are
Yeah,
expecting to
we're
get some.
on the tail end, but certainly it's coming, so I guess homeowners, we're used to trying to prepare for of course, your water pipes and make sure that, especially those pipes that are exposed, and make sure that you try to cover them and prepare. It'd be difficult to be fixing burst pipes when it's cold.
Yeah.
I guess our water plant, Mr. Trevino here this morning, what preparations are you making, Mr. Trevino?
Thank you, Chief.
Yes.
Thank you, thank.
Good morning, Judge.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Robert.
We've got our generators lined up just in case for emergency. The crews are gonna be on standby, and we have our equipment ready. We are expecting, that there are gonna be a couple of, instances of burst pipes, but we're hoping that the community will, take advantage of the time and, cover up any exposed pipes, insulate. and know where their meters are located or their shut-off valves. So in case of an emergency, have quick access to it and be able to shut it. So, yeah, and we're just gonna brave the storm and, hope for the best.
So does it work when they leave a little drip, or it does?
Yes, ma'am, it does. So the recommendation is to find the farthest faucet or the farthest bathtub or, from where the meter is located, and you can turn it on and have a slow drip. As long as you have a little bit of liquid running by, it'll help prevent, the pipes from freezing. So just a little constant drip is good. So.
All right,
Thank you, Ron.
Appreciate it.
Ron.
Yeah, good luck. Any other cold weather?
I was gonna ask Danny, I know that I had a call yesterday from someone that's like, I think they have some kind of machine hooked up at home. If the power were to go off, is there, maybe you said it and I didn't touch it, is there a place they can go to continue with those treatments?
Like as far as medical, like oxygen and all that?
Yes.
It would be the warming center.
The
That would be
warming
the only
center.
place, hoping, God willing, that there's no uncontrolled blackout, because if that's the case, then there will be no electricity there.
And the warming center is just if we lose power, not for people that say it's too cold in my house, we wanna go.
Well, if they feel that they're in danger because of the cold weather, they
Cold
can
weather,
turn.
even if we have power,
Yes,
okay.
Yeah,
they have power.
Okay.
They can, if they feel that it'd be better there, they can take their own area.
They don't have adequate shelter, Commissioners.
Okay.
Danny, by the way, can you elaborate on the accident that happened yesterday at Villarreal Elementary about the little girl? I heard that she's doing much better.
I have no information as far as how she's doing at the moment. The only thing I do have, because I did not go personally, we were vaccinating. I did hear the traffic over the radio. It came in as an auto pit, which is a vehicle versus a pedestrian, and I believe it was the mother accidentally ran over the child's foot. And as far as any other injuries, it was just the child's the foot.
Yeah, that's what they told me they had on her knees, a
Yeah.
little bit of scratch.
It was like
But
the
she's
leg,
doing okay.
the leg area. I'm not sure if it's the right or left, but what we did do as far as precautionary measures, since it's a pediatric, we did call in air evac, and they did land on site at the school and they flew the patient out. But whenever they do go critically, in a critical position, we do tend to follow up and check to see the status of the patient. But in this case, since it was not considered critical, we did follow up, but we haven't heard anything otherwise, other than she was doing fine when she left the hands of our medics, and whenever she was en route to the hospital, she was in stable condition.
Thank you for the info.
Yes.
Well, I think I just want to mention the Congressman Cuellar was in town last week with the Undersecretary of Agriculture for Rural Development, Secretary Torres Small, and they were here to bring some good news to our county at the $1 million emergency funding from USDA for the raw water intakes of both the county waterworks system and the Siesta Shores were approved and ready to be, I guess, appropriated to the extent that as these improvements come in, we'll be able to reimburse the county and waterworks. Is that correct, Mr. Gonzalez? I know you're the consulting engineer for both projects. Yes.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners.
Good morning.
Commissioner Garza, Commissioner Elizondo, congratulations on your terms and on your, I guess, move on to your next endeavors. And, congratulations on serving the community. I know it's working with the court, for the years that I've worked with the court, I know that it's not an easy task to be a judge or a commissioner, and it's seldom that somebody calls and says, Commissioner, y'all did a great job on this. It's always, Commissioner, I need my pothole fixed, or I need a light or something, but it is part of the job, and you guys certainly understand that, and y'all have done a great job. I just wanted to commend both of you on the job well done.
Thank you.
On the visit from Congressman Cuellar, the two projects that we had submitted for in September 29th was for the raw water intake for Zapata County and the raw water intake for Siesta Shores. They're both to be allocated $1 million for improvement on drought conditions. In Zapata's, what we're planning on doing is putting in a low water platform so that we can, purchase an electrical pump and put in, cabling to have it down there on, standby where the water goes below a certain point where our permanent pumps cannot function at that level. Then that pump will take over and be our permanent pump. We will continue to have a backup pump to that one in case that one were to fail or the power were to go out. We do have a diesel generated pump, so we would have some redundancy on that aspect to be able to provide water at the low water conditions. So we would be at the river's edge. We would have a little bit better access to the river with that platform. Right now, what would happen is when the lake goes down for about 50 to 100 feet, you have very thick sludge to where you can't get the pump close enough to get the hose in the water. So with this, they'll be able to get right onto the edge. In Sister Source's case, we're proposing to put in a platform for their pumps so that they can physically have the pumps on it and not just floating, to where if there is a problem with the suction side that they need to clean out or something, right now they have to get in the water, and conditions like this, it's tough to get in the water, or they have to pull the pump completely out of the water, and it's about 1,500 feet into the lake. As the water recedes, when we have drought conditions, in their situation, the water does recede much further than in Zapata's case, where that we have a intake location differently. So we're proposing to put in more cabling, more piping to get them closer to the river's edge, so that when drought does happen, we would have a platform that they can physically get on, remove a pump, replace it there on site, and not have to pull the whole platform out of the water. That's what's being proposed. They did send a letter of conditions with the approval for the funding, so we're working on that letter of conditions so that we can start requesting those funds. We have already expended some funds in an emergency basis. Those will be reimbursed to the county and to Siesta Shores through the county system.
Right.
So that's it. Yeah.
Very good. It was good news, so.
Yes,
and
that was great.
It was good visiting with, of course, the undersecretary. She's, really cares, about coming down and visiting, especially South Texas, a smaller county, and to help us deal with the issues that smaller counties seem to always have limited resources in handling. So she's very aware of that, and I appreciate her efforts in coming down. Of course, the congressman always, that's good for Zapata.
Yes, they both make a big effort on rural communities. I know the undersecretary, coming from New Mexico, understands the needs, and I guess for small rural communities such as ours, how sometimes there can be locations where water is difficult to have a constant. I know that in the last freeze we did encounter our neighbor just to the south. There's a section of water that was not available to them in the neighboring district. That's something that maybe in the future we can look into, if we can interconnect our districts with their districts, so that down the line we would have constant
yes.
water source.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay,
Judge.
thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez.
I did quick update, Dr. Pro, from the Texas Health Commission, they did call me yesterday. Danny, I don't know if you wanna approach the court again. She did, advise me of an increase throughout the region, but here in Zapata County as well, of increased cases of COVID and flu and strep, and I think anything that there's quite a, I guess cold weather related illnesses. She was concerned about the level of immunizations that are occurring as far as with their office there at the state. But I told her there was many options for our residents to get their vaccination. So that may be one explanation, but I don't know what you're encountering.
Well, as soon as we started with the new bivalent, which is a updated booster for both Pfizer and Moderna, which covers the new strands, whenever we started about, like 2 months ago, more or less, and we saw that increase before that new vaccine, we were doing upwards of 3 to 4 a day. When that new one came in, it went back up to, I did not bring my numbers with me, but it went back up to 60 to 80 a day.
Okay.
Then it starts eventually, as the weeks go by, it starts going down and down.
And that's what I mentioned to Dr. Pro, that it could, we are there are different clinics that are offering the vaccine, so.
There are, I got a call yesterday from, I forgot her last name, but she's from the Texas Department of Health as well. It was not Dr. Pro, it was another regional manager that covers our district. And she just expressed a concern to me that supposedly they had complaints to our local health department as far as them turning people away and charging for the vaccine and all this. At the end of the day, she just asked me if I was aware of any of these incidents. And I told her no, I told her it's not true. I've had people come to us for the vaccine, and they are requesting the Pfizer, and we don't have it, so we tell them, we always tell them, if it's for the Pfizer, you have to go to the health department or the CVS, and even if it's for the Moderna, if we're not here, since we only do it once a week, they do it Monday through Friday. And I've had a couple of people go up to me and say, no, well, we come to you guys because they charge. And I'm like, well, did they tell you that when you went? No, I heard it from other people. So at the end of the day, it was not true. I don't know if that's why their numbers are low, but what we do know that we do, out of most clinics here in Zapata in our county, we're the ones that have the highest number of our people participating in the vaccine. A lot of people wait for us to go on Wednesday. We're still doing vaccines. We've been doing vaccines since everything started. We haven't stopped unless there's a holiday or something comes in between that I'm not here for training or whatnot. But for the most part, we're still vaccinating. We saw our numbers increase again due to this whole influenza has been coming up, and yes, COVID has been going up again in our county and everywhere else, not just here, just so everyone's aware. And it was expected with this cold weather coming in, the numbers were expected to go back up. But we're still doing our vaccination efforts every Wednesday, 9 to 3. We still give out the home test kits for COVID, and that thanks to Gateway, they're still providing us with the self-test kits. We still have an abundance, and we still have many of them. As soon as our stockpile starts going down, we will reach out and see if we can get some more. But as of now, we still have a lot of vaccines, and we have a lot of tests.
That's good to hear, yes.
But the services are there, and like you mentioned, not only with us, there's multiple places in the county where you can get your vaccine and test kits as well. But we're still going to continue doing our part, but yeah.
Thank you. And thanks to your staff, you've done an outstanding job. It's been a long road, but
It
it's
has.
gotten a little easier.
We've gotten used to it. It was something we weren't used to doing as far as the fire department, but we've gotten used to it. It's the new norm, yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Gonzalez, did you have an invoice to include?
Yes.
Yes, we're,
Are you?
well, yeah, we've got several invoices to approve, and we'll include those. I guess finishing up communications, just for the public to know, I guess several candidates, I don't know how many, or new elected officials or returning elected officials, the swearing in will be on the 31st or 1 minute after the 31st or sometimes in the new year, and it'll be here at the courthouse. The public is welcome to attend, and families, and we'll see how many new elected officials and returning elected officials want to be sworn in on that day, but we will have a swearing in ceremony on that day. Okay, I think that's all I've got, so we'll move on to public comment. This section provides the public the opportunity to address the Commissioners Court on any item on the agenda, members of the public. We'll move on to approval of invoices, and we have invoices from 12/9/2022 through 12/21/2022, and the total for now is $3,239,281.
Motion move.
Motion move. I think we by Commissioner Garza. I do want to add I guess the waterworks. I think they do have a budget line item for a particular expenditure on a dump truck. I guess Ralph, you want to explain to the court your situation? He did, of course, he didn't have enough time to include it for an action item, but it is time sensitive, I understand?
Yeah, yes, sir, yes. So we were searching, we're South Texas, we checked in Corpus, Laredo, San Antonio. So we found some good, decent dump trucks in Houston. So we went over there, checked them out, and we found the one that would suit us best.
Yeah, they do have different bids from different vendors for 3 trucks.
Are they pre-owned or they're brand new?
Pre-owned, yes.
Pre-owned. One is for, 64,631, which is over the 50,000 that needs to go out for bids. The other truck is for 84,670, and the one they selected, is from Global Truck Sales, and that one is for $63,150. So technically, they did do the procurement process, they did go out and get from different vendors. It's up to the court, if you wanna include this, they do have the money, they have the line item in their sewer, department.
The line item is
budget.
for 70,000, so
Yes.
we were trying to keep it.
What type of warranty do they have, Rob?
Warranty is a 1 year, on the transmission.
And your recommendation is the least expensive?
Yes, sir, that is expensive.
I'll second the
Judge.
motion to, and for it to include 63,150.
150.
Okay, and then we have Manuel, also has, the form by Commissioner Gonzalez that, of course, the work done, the paving work on precinct 4, the contractor has finished the job, and of course, that has been approved.
That is also a budgeted, item that has been approved. You will have, I guess, funding through TechStop.
Yeah.
You pay and you get reimbursed on those, but all those projects have been, funded and was approved through the court. The work has been, done and completed, we've inspected, they did the cleanup. They will also be providing a 1-year warranty to the court, so that, anything that happens to the work or materials during that year, they're required to come back and fix it. The total is for 66,900, that's what the amount that was approved. I know that, that's,
I mean, the street, they did a very good job.
Yeah.
I saw that, I drove the street, and it's really nice.
They did a good job, so
Yeah.
we're looking forward to them, they're also gonna do the, Cardinal and Crane Street.
Yes.
So we're looking forward to them doing that, and, we have some other projects that are coming up, which is the Miraflores and the, concrete. So we're expecting to have more bidders to come in and bid as well, and we're looking forward for, them to bid as well, so.
Commissioner, you want to include that?
Go ahead and include the
I will.
66,900,
Judge, and just for the record, the global truck sales, Mr. Trevino submitted, it is part of the invoices. It is included.
Oh, it is
in the
included in the packet, okay. Well,
so
that's
we'll
good.
just
So-
go ahead and add the 66,900.
packet. Yeah, and that's for who?
Mouflon,
Mouflon.
Oilfield Services.
Okay.
Okay, so I already did the math, the total is $3,306,100.81.
And a little over $2 million of dollars is just a transfer, to our depository bank, so we didn't expend $3 million. But $2 million of it is going into an interest earning account, so just for the public record. We got a motion and a second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 7, approval of checks issued, and, we have checks from 12/9/2022 to 12/21/2022 for a total of $3,239,200 plus .81 plus the added, what is it?
$3,306,100.81.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
Motion to
Motion to approve by Commissioner Solis, seconded by Commissioner Garza. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Number 8 is approval of minutes. Mary Jane, were you able to compile a
Yes, I already have them. I already talked to Rose, she's
Second.
gonna get them in a.
Motion.
motion to
Approve,
approve minutes as
minutes.
presented, from what date to what date?
They're through November. I don't remember the starting date. I think it's sometime in September.
Okay, so as presented, motion by Commissioner,
Don't ask me that.
Mendoza, second by
I've been
Commissioner
busy.
Garza. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We've got one action item, Commissioners, we will deliberate and consider action on number 9 to approve the purchase of a desktop computer and a hard drive for the district clerk's office from non-department computer hardware, which is a restricted fund.
Total will be 1,212.70 cents.
Motion move.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Garza to approve the request, seconded by Commissioner Solis. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Commissioner Johnson, will do the honors.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn by Commissioner Garza.
I'll second.
Seconded by Commissioner Mendoza. We are now adjourned, and Merry Christmas, everyone.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holiday for everyone.
Can we all do the-
Oh, as a matter of fact, I would like if the board decide to give him half a day off for the county.
That's
I'm glad you
fine.
brought it up.
12 o'clock.
That's fine.
Yeah.
12 o'clock today?
You got it, Doc?
There'll be a Merry Christmas.
That's America.